Hello class 10 students, welcome to my channel. We are discussing respiration these days and we are done with glycolysis, anaerobic respiration in humans, anaerobic respiration in yeast. That was an example of a fungus. In this video, we will discuss aerobic respiration in the human beings. Whenever the word aerobic is there, that means we will certainly talk about the presence of oxygen. Oxygen is there. And humans, they are falling in a category of aerobes, means they require oxygen for their survival. Now, why do we require oxygen? Because our mitochondria requires oxygen for ATP production. So, if mitochondria won't get oxygen, there will be no ATP. If no ATP means no energy, no organ system is going to work in your body. So, we already formed pyruvate as a result of glycolysis. So you can write either pyruvic acid or pyruvate. It will not be marked as wrong. Pyruvate means that it is there in the form of ions, and when it is simple in the form of acid, means if it contains the functional group COOH, then we have to write pyruvic acid. So you can write in either form, it will not be marked wrong. Now, another thing that we should remember, that it is a 3-carbon molecule, means it contains 3 carbon in its structure. So, pyruvate was already there. Now we have oxygen. So, oxygen, if it is there, then the end products that are formed are CO2, H2O and energy. Now, energy in the case of aerobic respiration is quite huge. It is 36 ATP, which is quite high in comparison to anaerobic respiration, because complete breakdown of glucose occurs in aerobic respiration. This is very important line that I have written for you, that complete breakdown of glucose occurs in the case of aerobic respiration. That is why it is producing high amount of energy. Whereas complete breakdown of glucose has not happened in the anaerobic respiration, thus it produces very little amount of energy. Now what happens is, once pyruvate is formed, right, after this it goes in the mitochondria, and in the mitochondria there is one cycle that happens which is known as Krebs cycle. It was discovered by a scientist called Krebs. That is why, to honor him, the name of the cycle was given as Krebs cycle. It is also known as tricarboxylic acid cycle, which occurs in the mitochondria, and it results in the formation of CO2, H2O and energy. So which cell organelle is finally helping for the ATP production? Mitochondria. Which cycle is occurring in it? Krebs cycle, which is also known as tricarboxylic acid cycle. So aerobic respiration is a one which requires oxygen. So we have seen that glucose is uniting with oxygen. Initially pyruvate was formed, but finally glucose was being converted to CO2, H2O plus energy. Remember, the energy is always in the form of ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. Our body understands energy only in this form because this is the energy currency of our body. The CO2, which is being produced by respiration, it goes out. How it goes out? It goes out by the process of exhalation, right? So if a question comes, what are the substrates required for aerobic respiration? So the substrates are being marked with green color, glucose and oxygen. What are the end products of aerobic respiration? The ones which are marked by blue line, these are carbon dioxide, water molecules and energy. These are the end products of the aerobic respiration. So whenever aerobic respiration occurs, huge amount of energy was produced. You might have seen during the COVID scenario, much oxygen was not there in the lungs, because of which the mitochondrial activity was affected. Because enough oxygen was not there, so enough ATP was not there, and when enough ATP was not there, the organ systems, they were not working efficiently. So to have proper functional, right amount of ATP should go into each cell of the body, then only they will do their regular work, right? So overall, we have seen that glycolysis is mandatory step. After this, once pyruvate is formed, the fate, the luck of pyruvate depends upon whether oxygen is there or whether oxygen is not there. If oxygen is there, aerobic respiration is going to happen. If oxygen is not there, then anaerobic respiration, it is going to happen. So with this, we have finally came to an end of respiration, but I will be recording a separate video on the concept of ATP and one of the activity on respiration. The question for this video is that, is mitochondria essential for aerobic respiration? You have to give answer in a yes or a no, right? If you think mitochondria is essential for aerobic respiration, you will say yes. If you don't think, then you'll be writing a no. You can write your answers in the comment section. I will revert back to you and your names will be taken in the upcoming videos. Stay tuned for more learning videos like this on my channel. Do consider a like button if you have liked my video. Consider subscribing and sharing it to the maximum people. Thank you.